Hey guys, happy Wednesday to everybody. I just wanted to pop in because look how cute this baby is. I have her, yes, she's still in the same outfit, yes indeed. She's been wearing for I don't know, going on almost 2 weeks now. And I have her swaddled in another pair swaddle blanket, a muslin swaddle blanket. It's so cute, it's got little animals. I think the name of this is called Just Hatched. And as you see, she's got little toes peeking out. And there's her other foot over here. So I just have her wrapped up because we had torrential downpours yesterday because that nasty hurricane weather had moved through our area. So we got a ton of rain, and it rained all day and most of the evening. We got a lot of rain. I felt like it was we were in the middle of a monsoon here. But yeah, so I just wanted to pop in and say hello. I was actually on Pixie Mommy Reborn's Tasha, my dear friend Tasha. She did a live during my lunch break, so I was able to catch that for a bit, which was really, really fun. And we got on the topic of textured varnish, textured matting, textured finishing of a doll of any kind, and it occurred to me that I don't think people really realize that you can have a textured silicone. Most people believe that, or assume, I think, that the silicone is smooth because it's not something that it's not easy to share, because I don't do extreme close-ups where you can actually see the texturing on Monroe, and not all of Claire's babies are textured. She recently started doing the textured matting. I don't think it's the paint. I for some reason I feel like it's the matting that's textured for her babies, but I might be wrong. I don't really know exactly. I don't know. To me, I think it would be the matting, but I could be very incorrect, so don't take my word for that. And she's never confirmed it to me. But I do know that some other artists, I think Joanna Kazmierzak, she does the silicone itself, I believe, is textured, if I'm not mistaken. And I want to say that she was one of the first that I noticed was doing silicones that were textured, because it became very common for reborns to have a textured varnish. So I almost think that happened before silicones got around to being textured as well. And at first I really didn't think I'd like it, because I was always so used to a smooth, silky soft type of silicone. And I really wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. Monroe is the first doll that I've had by Claire that has the textured matting, or textured finish, I should say. But it's subtle, yet it adds so much to the realism of her lifelikeness and more of a skin look to the silicone, which I am a huge fan of after I've seen it and had it and experienced it. But leading up to that, I was like, oh, I don't know how I'd feel about that. But when she came home, I was really, really pleasantly surprised at how much I really liked how it felt and looked, and it really does make her silicone feel like skin. And there's a lot of times that I will catch myself calling it skin versus calling it silicone, which is kind of funny because she is clearly a doll and she does not have skin. But I'll tell you what, sure does feel like skin. And so I'm going to try to get an extreme close-up of her face, because that's, not every inch of her body has texture to it. There are smoother spots. And this is also, I think, the genius of Claire Taylor, is that she has the texture in places that it would be on a person, like a living person, and then in the spots where it would be smoother and we wouldn't see texture, like maybe on our fingertips, or I don't know, just places on our bodies that don't show texture on our skin, and the baby follows suit. It's just very interesting. Her fingers don't have the texture on it, but yet her legs, her arms, and her face do. She does have some on her tummy, but her fingers and toes do not. It's just really interesting to me. And when I, look her over and inspect her, I am just always I don't know, I fall back in love with all of the cool attention to detail that this particular artist has with her work. It's one of the reasons why I love her work so much. I'm a very pay attention to all those small details type of collector. And so for me, it's really important to have all those realistic elements, in the said baby, so that it achieves this ultimate realism as a finished doll that really just adds to the experience of my collecting. And I love it. So let me try to get up close. It's not, the sun is out, but it's slightly cloudy. But you'll see she's got lots of veining and beautiful painting. But where I want you to focus on is here. It's in an angle where I think you can see it. Her nose is textured, her whole face is textured, but that's where I can catch it in the light the best. And it really does just add so much to the realism. Hi, pretty girl. She's like, why do you have that in my face so close? That's so strange. And you're going to hear my dogs whine and cry because my other half just left, and so they feel the need to whine and cry like he's just sitting outside or something. They get very offended when we leave them. But then on her hands and her little fingers, she does not have texture. And it just suits the baby. I love it, and I don't think I've ever really shared up close and personal. Like, you can even see it still. It's the way the light is shining on it. She is not shiny at all. There we go. She's not shiny at all. It's just the reflection of the overhead light, but it also helps so you guys can see it a little bit better. And there's an up close coloring of her eyes. You guys can see her eye color really, really well there. But yeah, I'm a fan. And then I believe it was Shelby who had mentioned that maybe it does help add to the longevity and protection of the silicone. And I believe that might be true, because I would think it's like if it is in the matting, the layer might be slightly thicker to create the texture. I'm not sure though, honestly. Something that Tasha had said, and I agree with this 100%, is that we really don't know how long these babies are really going to last. They've only been around for, 20 years, maybe a little longer. But silicone dolls, a form of silicone dolls, not lifelike silicone dolls in the reborn hobby. Silicone dolls have been around a really, really long time. What type of silicone? I have no idea. I just know that when I was a child, there was like a silicone-like material doll, small doll that I had at one point in time. And I don't know how they've held up, or if they're still around, or if people have them somewhere, who knows. But I think that with platinum silicone, because it's a medical grade silicone, at least I know that Claire uses platinum silicone from Smooth On, and it is a medical grade type of silicone. So it's meant to actually make prosthetics with, and it is meant to be super durable, have a long lifespan, and, last the test of time, and stand up to the test of time. But, with adding paint and matting and other agents to these dolls, do we really know how long they last? We don't. Which is such a sad, scary thought to me, because using Monroe as an example, I would hate to ever have something happen to her where she is not as she is now. And that would be probably the same for any collector that has a doll that they really, really love and feel bonded towards. You don't want to see anything ever happen to them. But the truth is, we don't really know. And so it's also why I take extreme caution. It's why I tend to have the thoughts and feelings I do about handling, dressing, bathing, all of that sort of thing is due to the fact that I just want to keep my precious beloved doll in the best condition for as long as I possibly can, if that makes sense. And that's really part of my OCD as well. So it all ties together, me and my crazy self. I'm probably super cautious and maybe on the verge of, or on the edge of overcautious in most people's eyes and other collectors' eyes. But, I err on the side of caution because I'd rather be safe than sorry, knowing that I'm keeping her protected so that she lasts. Same with Louise. Like, I just want to keep my dolls that are in my possession. Same with my Amy Webb. She is a one-of-a-kind clay sculpture, and she is perfect. She's as minty as the day she was made. And it's because I don't handle her, because she is very breakable and delicate. And my end goal is always to keep every doll that's in my possession as perfect, as minty mint as I possibly can, and still enjoy them. That's my goal. I don't ever want to have anything happen to them in my possession. But, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, guys, there's my dogs barking because I think I just got a delivery and they rang the doorbell. So I'm going to end it there. I hope you're having a great week. We're halfway through the work week, so yay. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and we will see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.